want to stay on this side. Okay, you'll kick off this way, and you have the first chance to score. Okay? Maybe. Okay, good luck, guys. We'll need 3 balls from you, please.
Okay.
From Lakeview Elementary School here in Huntington Beach, it's a Bronze Omega match today out of the Coast Soccer League featuring AC Brea, B01, and Nhb Black. Hello again, everybody. I'm Greg GK Porter for LandryFordProductions.com with George on the camera. Honored to have him today. Let's get the lineup for Nhb Black. They're head coached by David Sias. The team manager is Matthew Eschenberg. The keeper will be Kyle Miller. Number 4 is Dane Hart at mid or forward. Number 7 at defender or mid is Gavin Ventura. Number 8 at mid or forward is Matthew Shackelford. Number 9 at mid or forward is Matthew Irwin. Number 10 at mid or forward is Joey Sheffalou. Number 12 at defender is Robert Krebs. Number 13 at defender is Kyle Miller. Number 14 at mid or defender is Caleb Willie. And number 15 at defender or mid is Evan Eschenberg. And that's your lineup for the Nhb Black. This is their home field, and they are going from right to left on your picture screen in all black, and from that's from right to left, and from left to right in white and black is going to be AC Brea. Let's get their lineup. But first, we are underway, so shift colors for all you sailors out there from the past into present. And going down to central there is AC Brea quickly trying to get that ball in the box. And it's taken out. And the lineup for them is the keeper, Caden Nelson. Number 12 also, mid or forward is Eric George, number 1. Number 3 at mid or defender is Justin Diller. Number 4 at mid or forward is Luke Underwood. Number 6 at mid or defender is Aaron Rojas. Number 7 at mid or forward is Daniel Loyarte. Number 8 at defender is Joseph Yu. Number 10 at forward is Ivan McBentez, and a goal as AC Brea gets on the board first. Ryan Sayun putting it in the back of the net, and it is 1-0. Not even mentioning his route, ready to announce his name. Number 11, and a defender putting it in the back of the net. Again, Caden Nelson will be number 12 when he's out there on the pitch. Kevin Gomez is number 21. He's a midfielder. And number 24 at defender is Matthew Yu. And another shot and a keeper. And you can't try to kick it when the keeper's trying to get it. And a whistle that time, as Ryan Sayun trying to put his second one in the back of the net. And the center ref said you can't do that. 1-0. AC Brea, the visitors lead in this match on the near side in this 8v8. Boys under 9, Bronze Omega match. The ball being pushed out of play on the near side. It'll be a throw-in. Joseph Yu throwing it in. Yu gets a return pass. His service into the box now. And it's into central now, and Underwood chasing it down. But also Matthew Irwin on the far side into space, being marked heavily, and a foul. So a free kick for Nhb Black, trying to get it going on their offensive attack. And they've been bottled up in their own half here in the last few minutes. And driving that ball is Irwin. In a central, touched by Shackelford. And he tried to get it forward to Dane Hart, but he didn't quite get it. Retreating back now is Irwin. Irwin into space. Irwin along with Loyardi. And now on that far side touchline, it's going to be a throw-in. And the throw-in is going to be AC Brea throwing it in. Sheffalou. McBentez. NHB Black has it now. And now AC Brea, the steal, and a keeper save. Nice job that time. Kyle Miller making a save. Miller coming off his line, and he was under heavy duress, but he made the save anyway. Beautiful save by Kyle Miller for NHB Black. And that ball goes out of play. It's going to be a throw-in. Sheffield, Joey. Trying to do something in that box. It couldn't quite do it. It went upfield, but now nicely done that time by Ventura, trying to get it going, but they steal it. Head back upfield now as Krebs, and they take a shot, and just missing it that time was Sayoun again. Ryan Sayoun creating problems on right out of his right flank and a left side of the defense for NHB Black. NHB Black, they lost to Newport Mesa Soccer Club 1-3, or 3-1 I should say, and then they beat the Slammers FC Maroon 3-0, and then they lost to South Coast Bayern Red team 3-2. On the other side of the ledger, AC Brea, they lost their first game of the Coast Soccer League in 2010 here, 2-0, but then they came back and won their next two in shutouts as they beat the Tustin Premier Black team 2-0, and then they beat the Slammers FC Maroon team 9-0. Both these clubs have beat that team and shut them out. Ball sent upfield and knocked out of play that time by Gavin Ventura. He with the white headband and number 7. They throw it in, a strike there by Dean Hart. Trying to get a subsequent touch on the near side. And that ball is driven out of play by AC Brea. And it's 1-0 match. AC Brea, the visitors, leading over NHB Black in his boys under 9 bronze omega match here at the Lakeview Elementary School here in Huntington Beach. Beautiful day. Quick touch that time by Sheffield. And now a touch by Irwin. Going to be a free kick. Sheffield will take it. Let's see which direction Joey goes with it. Joey's going to go straight down to central, but his pass is intercepted, and he of the red cleats gets it off the intercept and pushes it back forward again. And that attacking third now in the box, and coming out to make the save is Caden Nelson. Nelson for AC Brea had to come quickly, otherwise that ball would have got behind him. AC Brea now on the left flank. On the attacking third now. AC Brea into the box now. And a shot and a save by Kyle Miller. Miller stood right off his line there and stood strong there to make the save. Goes out of play. Far side touchline. It'll be a throw in. The coach there, Marius Rus from Romania, handing that soccer ball. One of the young players to get it going. Talked to Marius, and he tried to make the national team, but just didn't quite do it over there. Eastern Bloc country from the past. Into the 18-yard box, and a save. Kyle Miller making the save. Kyle going to go up the right flank. One player going down, but the ball from the ref. And now he says it's going to be a free kick and a foul. Chefaloo, Joey. Intercepted that time by Sayoun. He scored the only goal of this match, and he gets it up forward, winds on McBentez, and so you'll try to get it, but he just went right by it that time. But now running onto it is McBentez. Back to Sayun. The shot and a save again by Kyle Miller. That was partially blocked a little bit, and Kyle able to get the carom off that block. Going to be a throw-in now as Joseph Yu throws it in for AC Brea. Sayun into towards the 18-yard box, and it didn't get there as it was taken away nicely by Nhb Black. Sayun over to McBentez. Into the 18-yard box as they push it right by Sayun on the near side. In the deep back though. Lots of pressure on Dane Hart. And they dispossess him that time into the 18-yard box. But NHB wins it and pushes it out of play on a near side touchline. But a quick throw in by Yu. AC Brea on it with McBentez. He's got a teammate and he misses the near post. Luke Underwood had the near side wide open, but he just couldn't get that ball going to where he wanted it to go, the young man. Surely he'll be able to do that as he grows older.
Maddie, what do we talk about? If you're not in front of him, how are you going to get
The throw in now by Dane Hart. Dane is going to give it away to his teammate to throw it in. Nhb Black. And throwing it in again was Gavin Ventura. Over to Sheffield.
You're in. Good ball. You're in, Maddie.
Down, nice ball into central for Irwin, and coming off his line that time was Caden Nelson, pushing it across midfield, and staying after is Sayun. Sayun now trying to show his speed, and it's partially taken away from him and sent all the way back. Nicely done by Ventura as he retreated back with Sayun, who was running along the right flank to try to make the big play. Into the 18-yard box now. Here's McBentez. Ivan McBentez. And it now is going to be a free kick. Must have been a handball on that one. NHB Black now down 1-0. Trying to get it upfield. McBentez taken away by Ventura nicely, but he gives it right away and quickly. Sayun takes a shot. Ryan didn't waste any time and pushes it past the goal line though. But he wanted to catch it, see if he could catch the keeper napping on that play. It goes out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in. A throw-in by Yu and the AC Brea club. AC Brea now on the near side of the collision, and it's going to be a foul. Foul. I believe it probably was Dane Hart being victimized of the foul. And on the near side, it goes out of play. So AC Brea throwing with Joseph Yu again. Yu trying to find Sayun. Yu. And now it's driven into the 18-yard box, and wisely that time Kyle Miller lets it go past the goal line as Matthew Yu came up and took a shot.
Need to mark here.
Off the goal kick, Sayun on the intercept. He's dangerous in the central, and a save by Kyle Miller. Another save by Miller. Miller had to make two saves, and one was at point blank, and he was able to make the save. Big save, the first one, and so was the second one to make sure it's still a 1-0 lead. But the first one was huge because he really didn't have much space. So definitely Kyle Miller is in this match. And he has to be because they're getting a lot of opportunities and an offsides call. Or was it a handball? Must have been a handball, so the foul and a free kick. Step over that time. Nicely done by Luke Underwood. And he tried to get it up, or rather, Dane Hart trying to get up forward to Shackelford. Now here's Ventura. Ventura on the other side of the collision. And the ball goes out of play. And they say it goes off of AC Brea. And it'll be a free kick. Or throw in, rather. Dane Hart on the throw in. Hart on the throw-in on the near side, looking for his teammate. He's got him. Now the service toward the central, to the Carom, and coming back to protect was Matthew Yu in the space toward that 18-yard box. Nice play by Matthew Yu for the AC Brea club. It'll be a throw-in on the near side. NHB. Going to try and do something in the attacking third here toward the box. It goes awry of that box. However, now on it is Ventura. Gavin, his centering pass was intercepted, and they're going back up the field now. Here's McBentez. Yvonne McBentez, left on a shot, but right there is Kyle Miller protecting the near post. Kyle Miller is locked in this match, keeping it a 1-0 score. They scored on him early, in the first 30 seconds of the match, but then they've had chances since then, and they haven't been able to put it behind him. Here's another try, and this time his defender knocks it in. And so getting the goal for Brea is going to be Luke Underwood, number 4. Because he took the shot, and then trying to help his keeper was Robert Krebs, and it went right in the back of the net. Remember, I mentioned, as a substitution comes in, Yvonne Eschenberg, or Evan, I should say, Evan Eschenberg, and I mentioned early that it was a 9-0 score. Scored by this AC Brea club, so they are a team that can put the ball in the back of the net. And now some of their players are coming out, and they've got some players coming in. Obviously, Daniel Loyardi and Ryan Sayoun are coming out of the contest and didn't get the guys that came in, but we will mention them here on your LandryProductions.com as they touch the soccer ball, the one with the geometric designs of the world's most famous sport, football in most countries, soccer in this country.
Go to the ball! Go to the ball! Win this ball.
Toward the 6-yard box, and it goes past the goal line, knocked by the All Black of NHB, down 2-0 in this match here in the first half. And they want to try and see if they can get one of those goals back before halftime. And that time it goes to the back of the net as they find a way to deflect it past Miller. I believe it was number 21, and that would have been Kevin Gomez. We'll check it at halftime just to make sure. But for now, we're going to give him credit for the goal.
Come on, keep it moving.
So 3-0. And on the other side of the ledger for AC Brea, they know how to not only score goals, but they also know how to shut people out, close the door on them. They have 2 shutouts already in their 3 games, although they were shut out in the first game themselves. But that's not going to be the case today. With a 2-1 record, AC Brea trying to make it 3-1 on the new season. Pushed all the way into the 18-yard box, and Kyle has it. The top of the 18-yard box, and he'll drive it upfield. Dane Hart, a nice push upfield, and just getting over there in time was you. If he doesn't get there, they got a big opportunity to put it behind the keeper, who was way off his line. He might not have been able to touch it with his hands. Going out now is Yvonne McBentes. And into the contest is Aaron Rojas. I believe he's the son of Scott Rojas, the team manager. More than likely. If not, a relative of some sort. In the central, Kevin Gomez. And that ball goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in. Nhb Black went by Kevin that time. And now Eric George, who's into the match. One of the substitutions, pushing it forward, looking for Aaron Rojas. Aaron Rojas now just outside the box on a service to Kevin Gomez, but it went over to the defenders of Nhb Black, who want to push it upfield. And they are playing with every player in the defensive half of Nhb Black, and if they can get it by them, they might have something going here. As retreating back, and he retreated back quickly, was Joseph Yu. And it carried over, nicely done, over to Cheffalo, and he just missed the far post. He just missed the far post, and he would have got one of the goals back. Cheffalo had been working quite well that time into the attacking area and made a nice cut inside. He just couldn't quite get the shot that he wanted. Still 3-0. AC Brea. Into the center circle, or near it, and to the wide, out to Kevin Gomez. Gomez cuts inside. Gomez tried to go further, but nicely done that time by Caleb Willie. But they get it back again, and here's Underwood. Underwood under pressure. Underwood into space. He finally gets a pass, and let's see, must have been an offsides call that time. Yes, it was. As they thought they had something going right there to a possible 4-0 lead. As that ball went in the back of the net, but they were offsides. A little too ambitious on the pitch. Kevin Gomez. And it goes out of play. Lastly, probably touched off by Kevin, and it'll be, and no, it's a foul on the play, so it's going to be a free kick across midfield. Cheffalo trying to chase it down. He doesn't get to it, as getting to it first was the player in the deep back on that left defender side.
Hey, come on, man.
And on the central, and a goal.
Hey, sir, that's a little bit. Come on. Just a little bit, sir.
Eric George scoring a goal.
Here we go, Black. Yeah, you're all right, buddy. Come on. You're all right. You're all right, man. You're all right, Dad. We gotta get softer. You're gonna allow that one. Keep it moving, Ev. Evan, can we find feet? Evan, can we find our team? Evan, let's find our team, Evan.
4-0 your score. Young players at this age, 8v8, still learning to play the game. Try to learn to play it at a good clip. And sometimes you get overmatched in a match. AC Brea, a propensity to put it in the back of the net, and they've shown that so far early on here in the first 25 minutes. And he goes out of play. It's going to be a throw-in. The ref, not being a center ref because there's no linesman, looking at his watch, so it is near the first half. Evan Eschenberg. Gavin Ventura off to Karam. Chasing it down on the near side. His teammate didn't get to it. And Gavin into space trying to mark up. And at least he directed him in the other way, and so now he'll get the soccer ball. And it's going to be a free kick.
Protection, okay? Need some protection too, okay?
Go, Black! Come on, Black!
On Eric George.
Come on!
Over to Kevin Gomez. And it's going to be
Well done, Caleb.
a foul on the play. It'll be a free kick.
Hang in there, Gavin! You guys are doing good! Go back! Go back!
Ac Brea on the free kick.
Sixes. You should be where number 6 is. Where you should be. Winning that ball. Winning that ball.
Into the 18-yard box. Gomez trying to get to it. He won't be able to. He surely would have liked to, but not that time. Dispossessed that time was Irwin. However, retreating back is Krebs. Krebs pushing it out to the wide, and
Quick throw, quick!
it goes out of play. Tough to see the far side touchline in that area. Krebs, the space, and must have been an offsides call, and it'll be a free kick or either a foul. Looked like it was a foul, so it's going to be a free kick.
Hey, turn on here. Watch the kick.
Right at the top of the 18-yard box.
Then we gotta run back
Nhb Black
on that 6.
with Kyle Miller, who's had a whale of a first half, even though they've got 4 behind him. But boy, they could have had more. And he's made some great plays. Retreating back is you.
Let's go! Push up, Black!
And it's going to be a throw-in. Cefalu and trying to get a shot, and he did. And that's the end of the first half. AC Brea winning the first half quite big time on the scoreboard, but it wasn't without the young effort by Nhb Black in trying to keep the game as close as they could. So let's see what they can come up with in the second half, and maybe they can cut into the lead somehow. It's 4-0. We'll be right back.
I saw somebody over there and said, oh, the post.
You can see just there in the right there, he was focused on we just we like to if Robert steps to the ball, look at that. As soon as we have to help the guys out. That's good defense. Hey, you can get another up back. Step up, come on.
All righty, in the second half, we got NHB going from left to right, and from right to left is AC Brea.
Go to the ball!
Diller trying to swing it out wide. Intercept by NHB. Down 4-0.
Caleb. Go, guys. Come on.
Maddie. Ask for Maddie. Where's our position?
Pushing it across midfield. McBentez, who was a lot of problems for the defenders in the first half. And coming up there to the central that time was Krebs. Not allowing him to go further. Sayun, another one of the players, Ryan, that really gave problems for the defenders of NHB in that first half. Strike there by Cefalu. And now here's Sayun again, and he scores his second goal of the match. 2-0. Or 5-0 rather. His second goal of the match. NHB Black would love to say it'd be 2-0. 5-0 now. His second goal of the match, as I said for the third time here. Even they've discombobulated my mind so far in this match. Scoring 5 on the board, you don't see that too often. Cefalu was trying to get to it, and then meeting it. The soccer ball there was Eschenberg. Eschenberg again. Now retreating back is Willie. Willie having problems now, and here's McBentez. McBentez again, and it goes right to Kyle Miller, and Miller is able to make the save. Beautiful run down the right flank by Yvonne McBentez. Goes by Ryan Sayun. He had the 2 goals for his white and black AC Brea club. Onto the foot there of Diller. Intercepted though. Cefalu. And they take it away from him, and then he retreats back to try to get it and knocks it out of play. It's a throw in now by Sayun. Getting it in there to Diller. Diller trying to work his way for a pass into the central. It was intercepted that time, a touch by Loyarde. And now pushed up forward to Sayun. Ryan's left-footed blast is intercepted. And Diller there with a touch. Picked up nicely by NHB Black. Robert Cribbs on the near side, on the run is Shackelford going down, and it's going to be a foul. The foul going against AC Brea in the space, and it'll be a free kick. Down 5-0 in this match. Strike that time by Eschenberg. Yvonne trying it again, but they intercepted, and it counterattacked quickly, but standing tall there was Caleb Willie. Nice job in the space by Caleb.
Good job, Dane.
And on it is Shackelford. He's tripped into the box. That's going to be a penalty shot. If it's called that way, it'll be a penalty shot. And no, it is not going to be. Right outside the box, it'll be a free kick. Nearly a penalty shot that time.
Take your time. And focus.
Cefalu, Joey with a free kick. A dangerous one up in the air. Oh, just over the top of the net. Joey just put it over the top of the crossbar. He nearly would have got one in there, and it would have been 5-1. Playing on his home field. His teammates of NHB Black in his boys under 9 bronze omega match at the Coast Soccer League for 2010. Hope you're enjoying all the action. I'm Greg GK Porter for LangevinProductions.com. Check us out on YouTube. Just type in Langevin Productions. LANGEVIN Productions. And this one into the 18-yard box now. And you'll see some single-player videos as well as teams of different tournaments that have played, all courtesy of George Langevin Productions.
That's it, boys. There you go.
And getting that soccer ball and pushing it to the far side touchline was Matthew Yu, retreating back as the counter for NHB Black. NHB now on the outside with Cefalu. He couldn't turn and was knocked out of play though that time by the defender in the space. And let's see what we got here. Got some substitutions for AC Brea. That's what we got. A couple of fresh players coming in. Coming in now is Eric George. He scored 1 goal already in the match. And also Luke Underwood, and he scored a goal. In his space, in his 5-0 match that AC Brea is enjoying. And now back in their own half again as the All Black trying to make a move, but it cannot, of NHB, as now they watch McBentez on a run. McBentez from his own defensive half, and it's going to be a foul. And it'll be a free kick, and that's going to work against NHB. So the free kick right outside the 18-yard box. McBentez. Ivan McBentez going to take the free kick.
Together.
Going to try to bend it around the wall. He goes on top of the wall. It's connected by again and over the top of the net that time as Ryan Sayoun could not put it behind Kyle Miller. He tried to, though.
Go, get your shape, Black. Come on.
So both teams having that ball go over the crossbar
Put that ball. Come on, Joey. Go down.
in their attempt to put one in the back of the net. Nearly a 6-0 lead or a 5-1 scenario. In the central, and going down now, that time was Matthew Shackelford, but he draws the foul and a free kick. And substitution coming in as Matthew Yu is coming out. For both teams, they're going to get a fresh player in as Gavin Ventura is coming back in for NHB. And it looked like it was Daniel Loyardi for AC Brea. Sheffield, his shot turned out to be a save by the keeper.
Matthew, straight back.
And that ball goes out of play, and AC Brea Partisans looking for a foul on the play, didn't get it. Throw in a space, and now there will be a foul working against NHB. A little bit too much shoving and pushing that time. AC Brea doing the shoving and pushing on the scoreboard, 5-0.
Come on.
And the way they've beaten some of their clubs, they kind of get under the skin of the other teams. 9-0, and now their second highest score of the season, 5-0. Here's Shackelford trying to get something on the scoreboard for NHB, and he goes down. Sheffield tried to intercept. He went by the ball, and on the near side, it goes out of play.
Drop, Joey. Circle.
Going to be a throw-in for AC Brea, and Sheffield figured, I got it. I'll throw it in for us. But the ref says no. He's the one that matters in this one. It goes off of two players, or one player there, and it happened to be Sheffield. And so Yoon tried to do something that time, but they sent it right back his way. Knocked out, though, nicely by Joseph Yu. And he has done a pretty good job defensively getting to the soccer ball. Seems to have a nose and knows where plays are going back in his defensive area. Here he is again and pushes it out of play on the near side. But again, protecting in the space, Joseph Yu. Put him on the right or left side. Able to do the job, get the job done. Throw it in for AC Brea. Dane, or
Come on.
off the carom toward the center circle that time. Chefalou
Find him. You're in. Good effort.
tried to go past that time Joseph Yu, but could not.
Well done, Dane.
Cross midfield now. Here's Dane Hart. Hart dropping it back. Tried to go to the central, and right there was intercepted by Luke Underwood. Underwood on the move. Underwood being Chased down, and he puts it at the top of the net. Luke Underwood beating 2 defenders. One almost knocked him down, but he still got the shot off and was able to maintain his balance. And now it's 6-0. So 6-0 for the visitors, AC Brea, as Underwood getting his 2nd goal of this match.
Come on, good game.
Player going down in the central, still playing on, and it's going to count. Ivan McBentez scoring a goal. And they now have 7 goals. One of the highest scoring games that we've done on LandryProductions.com. Getting up is one of the young men, and that happened to be Gavin Ventura that went down. And I think he's going to go play keeper. And not because Kyle Miller did a bad job or anything. So Kyle's going to come out there. Kyle is a defender, and he'll be number 13 out there, Kyle Miller. In this 7-0 match. We got George Underwood's got a couple of goals. That makes 3. Ivan McBentez 4. Ryan Sayoun's got 2 goals. 5 and 6, and then Kevin Gomez has the 7th goal. Not all in that order, though. And again, Kyle Miller out there as defender, formerly keeper in this match, who played a whale of a game to keep it to 7 goals because it might have been more without his stellar play as keeper. They're protecting, and nicely done that time, as that time they were protecting the backside. Gavin Ventura, as he was beat on the play. I believe that was Miller that might have been there protecting, keeping that ball out of the net. And that is Miller. Ivan McBentez going to try it again, the CK. Set piece. Chefalou intercepts it. And they do the short kick this time. Bends it into the 18-yard box. Intercepted. And it's going to be a foul. Foul working against AC Brea. And a free kick. Gavin Ventura is going to take it. And he sweeps it, the keeper, over to his teammate, who gets it upfield. Try to get it forward. They were looking for Shackelford. It didn't get there as it was intercepted by Sayoun. But here's Chefalou, intercepted by Sayoun again. And he sends it forward to Loyardi. Loyardi to Underwood. Underwood now trying to work out to the wide as he has his teammate Kevin Gomez, but dispossessed that time by Eschenberg. Or Robert Krebs, that was. Sorry about that. And Krebs playing very well in the space. They get it by Miller. Krebs is over there they're both trying to do whatever it takes to stop any more goals going in the back of the net. As the offensive juggernaut of AC Brea has really been tough on the defenders of NHB. as this game winds down. Free kick for AC Brea. Their highest score of the season was 9, and they're only 2 goals away from that. But NHB does not want to allow that to happen. They do not want to be victimized like the Slammers FC Maroon. The free kick intercepted. Sayun up in the air, and a goal by Ryan Sayun. He does the hat trick. Up in the air, and no chance for Gavin Ventura. And Sayun and you are coming out, and the way they've been scoring goals in this season out of the Bronze Omega bracket of the Coast Soccer League, they might not be Bronze Omega very long. They might be moving up to a silver team, and if they continue to do it at that level or near that level, then they'll be moving up to a gold team.
Drop in, Maddie. Come on, come on.
Go, Maddie. Run, bud.
Surely they have opened the eyes of a lot of people so far early in the season. And can it continue? The rest of the season is the key. Saved by Ventura. Nice save that time as he saves that soccer ball point blank and then goes down and protect that time.
Come on, Trey, come on. Go stop, go stop.
In this 8-0 match, AC Brea, one of the highest scoring games in Nhb Productions of all time.
Good. Come on, keep it moving. Can we switch it? You're...
And a whistle.
That's up, sir. That's up. Sir, stop. That's up. Mateo, come on.
NHB substitutions as Evan Eschenberg comes into the contest.
Pressure the ball.
Offside violation going against the AC Brea club. Of course, they continue to keep their motor going at a high rev. And that time they got victimized with the call. Didn't get to do it for the last game, but we're going to throw in here. We have an opportunity. The GLP historic moment. And those things are pretty neat. Dateline Thanksgiving weekend 2008. Former pro soccer player Danny Madrigal's Chicago Milwaukee area KUFC knockouts couldn't keep the Northern California SCA 92 goal team from scoring in a second straight game as they lost to SCA 2-0 in the Surf College Cup for the girls under 17 goal bracket in Del Mar. That is another historic GLP moment. Throw in for AC Brea, leading in this match 8-0. Justin Diller to throw in. Diller puts it in the corner, and an offsides call. So Diller had the right idea, but one of his teammates was offside. Might be a goalie change for AC Brea, and it looks like there is. And Caden Nelson's going to come out, play out on the pitch. Looks like it's going to be Eric George. He's going to take the keeper jersey. And Eric George scored 1 goal in the match. And Caden Nelson played fantastic as keeper, but he didn't get too much pressure. But now he gets a run around out there on the pitch. Nice save by Ventura. Gavin coming off his line. Trying to get it going forward now as they are going to work against Eric George.
Support Evan.
In a center circle. McBentez, who's had a whale of a game. McBentez under a lot of pressure on the near side with Willie. And Willie stays with him, takes a tough shot, and Ventura is able to make the save coming off his line. He made him take a tough shot. Nice job that time by Caleb Willie. Those are the types of things you learn, and you want to learn them now and get better at them. And there he is again, Caleb Willie. The ball rolled right to him as AC Brea couldn't get to it in that box to try to take another chance at scoring a goal. Strike that time by Rojas. And now here is Caden Nelson trying to do something. He's giddy trying to get at something to strike towards the keeper, as he's having to play between the posts the whole contest. Now on the near side, it goes out of play. Treating back, Matthew Yu has had a fine game himself for AC Brea. They throw it in. Goes right by Shackelford, but they get a strike that time. Nicely done by Evan Eschenberg. But making his first save of the match was Eric George.
Black ball, black ball.
Remember, Caden Nelson had been the keeper up until a few minutes ago. And now coming out is Kevin Gomez. And Gomez scored one of the goals in this match. Don't know if he'll come back in. Strike that time by Matthew Yu down to central. They got a runner, and that is McBentez. He's all alone. McBentez, goal, 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 goal. Ivan McBentez. McBentez getting the 9th goal, and they equal what they did against the Slammers FC. Maroon. Just a fine play by McBentez. And nothing Gavin Ventura could do that time. When you get beat, defenders get beat, and it's you versus the striker. There's not a lot you can do at this age. Or at any age for that matter. And tough chance at this age, that ball goes, and what's it going to be? No, the ref does not call a foul. And it continued. We're not very happy on the AC Brea side.
Come on. Hey, let's go. Come on.
And see, this is the kind of a thing that I have mentioned to some others before. Once you get to, and it's very different in soccer than it is in some of the other sports, but you can continue to score goals against the other club, and you can do that in baseball too, but there are options after a certain amount of innings or so forth. If the score is a bigger deficit than a certain amount, then the game is over with. And in this case, in soccer, it is not, and it is finally over with. 9-0, AC Brea wins another match in this Young Coast Soccer League season, and they are setting themselves up for great things down the road. But the Nhb Black youngsters have learned a lot, and they're going to continue to learn a lot, and they don't have a bad season going, as they now have won 1 game and they have lost 3, but they still have won 1 game on the season and can win more. Stick with us. We'll have interviews and closing comments from the match on the pitch today. Greg GK Porter back here with the AC Brea young boys of the Bronze Omega, and I tell you what, they're quite a squad. And I'm going to hand the microphone to them so they can go ahead and introduce themselves and talk a little bit about their playing soccer.
I'm Luke Underwood. I'm center mid. I go to Olinda, and I like soccer, and that's it.
Hi, I'm Kaden Nelson. I'm goalie, and I go to Cerritos Elementary. It's really fun, and I like soccer, and I want to be a professional goalie when I'm older.
I'm Aaron Rojas. I go to Country Hills. My position is outside mid.
Hi, I'm Eric George. I go to Mariposa Elementary. My favorite positions are mid and defense.
My name is Adam McBenton. I go to Lincoln, and I like playing forward. Hi, my name is Matthew Yu, and I'm defender. I go to Mariposa Elementary.
My name is Ryan Sayud. I go to Fairmont Private School, and I'm a midfielder and a defender, and I made a hat trick.
Hi, I'm Justin Ray Diller. I go to Linda Friends Christian School, and I love playing soccer throughout the year.
I'm Daniel Boyerte. I'm left mid. Hi, I'm Joseph Yu. I go to Mariposa. I'm right mid.
Guys, here, hold up.
Look at the camera.
You can see them all? Go.
1, 2, 3, Brea!
Yeah!
Good job, Brea.
Oh, this is one of the mascots for AC Brea, and boy, they put the dogs on. The dogs were, who called the dogs out, I should say. Yeah, who let the dogs out on the squad today, and it was just a great game by AC Brea. But the kids from Nhb Black played a great game themselves, and even though they didn't put anything on the scoreboard, they tried to cover the field, and they put a great effort out there. We hope you enjoyed all the action here from the Lakeview Elementary School in Huntington Beach, California. And I'm Greg GK Porter for LandryFordProductions.com with George holding that camera there, saying take care of yourself, God bless, and as always, save this one on the hard drive. Bye now.
Well, the party was nice, the party was pumping. Hey, yeah. And everybody having a ball. Until the fellas started name calling.